Hello, friends. I pray this finds you well in body and in soul. This past Sunday, we concluded our study in the New Testament book of Acts, and it's been quite the adventure as we saw the historical development of the church from when Jesus commissioned the church all the way to the gospel spreading through Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, and to the ends of the earth, especially in the latter half of the Apostle Paul's ministry. It's been quite the adventure. We saw many things that took place, but the thing that we take away from it is that there are characteristics that we noted as the church went through that time that should be true for us as well. The church in the early days was a church that took worship seriously. They were devoted to it, the apostles' teaching, the fellowship, breaking of bread, and prayer. And my friends, we should be a people who are devoted to worship, and not just when we gather. That's obviously one thing that is true of the gathering for worship, but it's more than that. It's offering our lives as a living sacrifice to the Lord every day. And we also should be a church who cares and loves one another in the body of Christ and demonstrates that in tangible ways as the early church did. And as I pointed out, I must say I've been really proud of our church during this season of trial with the pandemic, and so many reaching out and saying, hey, how can I help? Are there people in need in the church? Can we help them financially? Can I help people get groceries and so forth? And then obviously even people doing stuff outside the church, not just ministering to those in, but reaching out to those outside of. That's great. Keep it up, church. And then the third characteristic is the outward, and that is outreach, and that is sharing the hope of Christ with others and ministering to them. And of course, that was really the main theme of Acts, the spreading of the gospel. And my friends, that is something that we're still charged to do as well. And I pray that you continue to do that, church. This is a unique week, of course, with the celebration of Christ's atoning death and then his resurrection. And we encourage you to invite people. We're going to be having a link in a separate message that you can share with others, friends, through social media, or what have you. Invite them to our live stream. This is just one way. Also, by the way, there is a Sight and Sound Theaters has offered their Jesus production for free this coming weekend. And there's a link to that as well. Me and my family were able to witness this live last summer as kind of a graduation gift for our kids. They got a job shadow and whatnot. It was a neat experience. Very well done. You'll be blessed with that. And enjoy it yourself and then maybe share it with others. My friends, you see, as I pointed out in the message that I concluded the series with, the church doesn't want to become a monument like how so many old churches have that have died off. They've got a building sitting there that's a monument. We don't want to be that. We want to be, Lord, the church of fire. The building that we're building is not just for our enjoyment and comfort or to be a monument that shows, oh, look how God blessed us. No, it is just a tool so we can reach more people for the Lord. And so I pray, friends, that this finds you not only encouraged, but also a fire for the Lord and looking for opportunities during this time to share him. The Apostle Paul, in the concluding bit of chapter 28, was under house arrest. He was chained to a Roman soldier for several years there, and yet the book of Acts ends by telling us that he boldly proclaimed the gospel through that season. And as we know from his letters, there were many that came to know Jesus, including those guards. So even though most of us are often sequestered at home during this crazy time with the pandemic, hey, we have opportunities. We have opportunities in our home, and then we have opportunities with the telephone, with our neighbors, through social media. Let's be taking advantage of it, church. Let's be the church of fire. Pray that the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and give you his peace. Bye for now.